The roar inside Old Trafford on a match day is unlike anything else in football, but there are certain afternoons when the noise becomes something deeper, something that feels woven into the fabric of the club itself. This was one of those days. Manchester United against Liverpool is never just a fixture, it's a collision of history, pride, and emotion. Every tackle is cheered like a goal, every goal celebrated like a trophy. But on this particular afternoon, with the sun cutting through the crisp Manchester air, United produced a performance that fans still talk about, a game where Cristiano Ronaldo finally broke his Liverpool barrier, Wes Brown wrote his name into derby folklore, and Nani put the exclamation mark on a perfect day. The match carried tension long before kick-off. Form rarely matters in this rivalry, but pressure always does. United were chasing momentum, Liverpool were trying to spoil it, and both sides understood the psychological weight of the occasion. The stadium filled early, a sea of red shirts and raised scarves, the chants echoing around the ground as warm-ups started. Songs about pride, history, and dominance reverberated from the Stretford end. Anticipation sat in the air, thick and buzzing. From the moment the whistle blew, the tempo exploded. United looked sharp, confident, hungry to impose themselves. The ball zipped across the pitch with purpose, and early on it became obvious that the full-backs, Patrice Evra and Wes Brown, were given license to step forward and attack. Liverpool's lines were compact, disciplined, but they were being pushed backward by wave after wave of red pressure. It wasn't just football, it was a statement. Cristiano Ronaldo, in blistering form that season, was the focus of Liverpool's attention. Every time he touched the ball, two men converged. But rather than quieting him, it only inflamed his drive. The crowd sensed it too. Every successful dribble, every clever flick drew a cheer that rattled the rafters. Ronaldo was searching for something he'd never done before, score against Liverpool. His rivalry with them was personal now, and he felt the moment coming. Still, despite the pressure, it wasn't Ronaldo who broke the deadlock. It was a moment that nobody could have scripted, a goal that summed up the spirit of Old Trafford. Midway through the first half, United won a free kick deep on the right. The cross was whipped in with pace, curling toward the far post. Liverpool's defense hesitated for the briefest second, but Wes Brown didn't. Rising between two defenders, he met the ball with the most determined of glancing headers. Time seemed to pause as the ball drifted, almost in slow motion, across goal and into the corner of the net. Old Trafford exploded. Wes Brown, local lad, academy graduate, lifelong Red, had given United the lead against their fiercest rivals. You could see how much it meant to him in the celebration. Teammates swarmed him, the crowd chanted his name, and a wave of belief swept through the entire stadium. Moments like that are what football is about: heart, passion, and seizing an opportunity that stays with you forever. Liverpool tried to respond, pushing forward with greater urgency, but United matched every challenge with intensity. Rio Ferdinand was immense at the back, snapping into tackles and organizing the line with commanding authority. Nemanja Vidic played as though he were made from iron, clearing every cross and winning every aerial duel. United weren't just playing well, they were playing with conviction, with control, with swagger. At halftime, the atmosphere hummed with excitement. Fans sensed there were more goals in the game, that one moment of brilliance could turn this into something special. And as the second half started, United came out with even greater purpose, pinning Liverpool back inside their own half. The midfield dictated play with precision, moving the ball with rhythm and confidence. You could feel the pressure building, like the stadium itself was leaning toward Liverpool's goal. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. A corner was earned on the right side, and as Ronaldo jogged over to position himself in the box, the roar from the stands rose again. There was electricity in the air. Nani, who had come on and immediately added energy and unpredictability, stood over the ball. His delivery had been sharp all game, and this one was no different, an outswinging cross curled dangerously toward the far post. Ronaldo moved first. He always moved first. Timing, precision, and hunger combined into one instinctive leap. Rising above the pack, he met the ball with a thunderous header. It crashed off the underside of the bar and bounced over the line. He did it. Cristiano Ronaldo had finally scored against Liverpool. The celebration was pure release, arms outstretched, chest pumped, screaming toward the fans who were already losing their minds. Teammates mobbed him, and even Sir Alex Ferguson couldn't keep the smile off his face. It wasn't just a goal, it was a landmark in Ronaldo's journey, another chapter in his growing legend at Old Trafford. But the afternoon still had one more spark. Nani, buzzing with confidence, found space near the box a few minutes later. United were flowing now, playing with style and freedom. The ball came to him just outside the area, and with one touch to set himself, he unleashed a curling strike that flew past the Liverpool keeper and into the far corner. The stadium erupted again, not with relief or tension, but with joy. Pure, unfiltered joy. Nani sprinted to the corner flag, sliding on his knees as teammates followed. 3 goals, 3 different scorers, 1 unforgettable performance. United didn't just win, they dominated. They controlled the play, scored beautiful goals, and silenced their rivals with authority. The final whistle brought a wave of applause that lasted long after the players walked down the tunnel. Fans didn't want to leave, they wanted to soak in every second of the victory. This was more than a match. It was a memory, a story that supporters would tell for years. It was Wes Brown rising above everyone to score the opener. It was Cristiano Ronaldo finally conquering Liverpool with that emphatic header. It was Nani sealing the day with a world-class finish. It was Old Trafford at its loudest, its proudest, its most alive. Football gives us many moments, but only a few become forever. This was one of them, a classic afternoon where Manchester United showed everything they stand for: heart, skill, fearlessness, and a refusal to back down in the biggest of battles. It was the kind of performance that reminds you why this rivalry matters so much, why these occasions carry such weight, and why memories created in matches like this echo through generations. Even now, when highlights of that game appear, the feelings come rushing back. The noise, the celebrations, the pure drama. You can almost hear the crowd rising to its feet as Brown's header drifts toward the goal. You can see Ronaldo's face as he watches his header smash the underside of the bar. You can feel the stadium erupt as Nani's strike curls into the net. These are the moments that make supporting Manchester United feel like being part of something bigger, something legendary. On YouTube, where fans revisit football's greatest memories, this match stands tall, a reminder of a team full of charisma, talent, and belief. A team that understood what it meant to face Liverpool. A team that rose to the occasion and delivered a performance worthy of the rivalry. Every replay, every highlight, every fan reaction video brings back the same emotions: pride, excitement, and nostalgia for a day when everything fell perfectly into place at the Theatre of Dreams. In football, perfection is rare. But on that afternoon, Manchester United came pretty close. 3 goals, 3 heroes, 1 unforgettable victory. A classic win etched into the story of the club, kept alive by fans who relive it again and again, because matches like this remind us why we fell in love with the game in the first place.